Hello everybody, how is it going on? Recently my friend posted on Twitter that everybody those days is a vlogger or SoundCloud rapper. So I'm not good at rapping, so I thought I should do video blog. I was very skeptical about this for a while because I don't want to just make a log of my life and what I'm doing. What I have a couple of things that previously I would put in a blog, in a text, which was a tedious job, and I thought instead I have a couple of ideas and will be much better off if I actually going to be making videos about them. So here we go. Number one, today's topic is hobbies as a distraction. Hobbies are great. You can learn new skills, do something new. Nothing wrong about that. My personal problem was I picked up a lot of interesting things on the side to do in order to avoid a couple of things that are not very convenient but much more important. For example, I do videos, I do photography, and instead of spending more time on that and be focused and progressing, I would pick up other things. For a while, I spent a lot of time playing on the guitar. I did a little bit of cardistry and card magic, all of tiny things here and there. Rubik's Cube, by the way, was one of those things. Because at one point, photo and video, for example, was a bit complicated. I had to learn a lot, I had to work on this a lot. I have ideas of making music videos or advertisement, like very, very beginner's level. And all of that requires going out of comfort zone, finding people who wants to collaborate with you. And that's what was inconvenient. Instead of going through that and facing that and improving myself doing something that I really like to do, I would use some other hobbies, let's say, or some other activities to kind of fill in my time with them and not to do what actually is more important but not that convenient. That was my problem in particular. So what happened, for example, I had two guitars, one acoustic, one electric. Electric had a bunch of pedals. I spent a lot of time setting it up. And at the end of the day, yes, I do like playing musical instruments, but I shouldn't spend so much time. I stopped doing Rubik's Cube, I stopped doing cardistry and card magic, so it freed up my time, and now I kind of have to face all these photo and video ideas I have. And maybe it's very uncomfortable in the beginning, but when you're disciplined and you stay on it and you keep going in a direction which you dream about, eventually it pays off. It just becomes so nice and you have this great feeling of fulfillment. Another reason why I was a little bit skeptical about doing any kind of video blog or videos where I would be talking is to how that is going to be perceived, which is actually great. It helps with public speaking and developing different presentation skills. On the other side, I didn't feel really easy about this. And the solution is to realize that most dishonest thing you can do is actually hold back something that you want to say to a lot of people. You have idea, you have some thoughts, and actually the worst idea is to not to tell anybody or not to record it, which made me actually start doing all those videos. Another reason I used a lot of hobbies and filled a lot of time doing different fun and interesting things is the reason behind it. The hard thing is to actually be yourself. And if I do videos or I do some photography, I go somewhere on adventures and post it, it's reflection. It's reflection how I see this world. And you always worry about this, how other people are going to see that. Are they going to like it, don't like it? Are they going to have some issue with that? And actually, what does help is to realize one thing. It is hard to be yourself. And the reason I was uneasy about posting a lot of things and doing photography and videos and expressing my ideas is this is me. and I'm telling how I see things. And this is usually very scary, and one of the reasons to actually do it is to get used to that feeling, to be under pressure, to go against fears, to go against some things that are not convenient, get out of the box, whatever you call it. The whole purpose is to actually express what you have, as in words or videos or photography or videography or anything else. It's the best thing you can do. Express what you have, express what is your purpose, what you really want to do, have extra reason to go on some kind of adventures or travel, and use all of that to represent your vision of the world. This is how I see myself. That's not actually a message to some other people. This is my own perception. Instead of going and really finding a good medium to express myself, I would fill in my time with different hobbies that would not get me anywhere. They're fun, but in the end of the day, I didn't want to take any of them seriously. And because I realized that if I do take them seriously, eventually it will involve other people. I will present them in some way. If it's music, I'll play it somewhere on stage. If it's cardistry magic, maybe I'll be doing street magic. And all of that got me realized no matter what I do, eventually it goes into that territory where you do have to go and show it to other people, and that is scary and inconvenient. So no matter what I do, it doesn't matter. That is the end. I do something and other people eventually will see it and judge it, and I just have to deal with that. Now, the positive side is picking very specific activity and be focused on it is actually pushing me to go on adventures. Let's say I could sit at home and learn guitar or card magic or Rubik's Cube. Instead, photography and videography helps me to go somewhere and do something interesting, even if it's not far away, even if it's in the same city where I live. I can go make pictures outside and make a lot of interesting pictures, maybe meet some interesting people. And it actually happened on multiple occasions. Last year I went to Jacksonville and I just went on the beach to make a time lapse of waves and sunrise. And what happened is I saw some girl, she made some acrobatic moves, and I'm like, okay, that is perfect opportunity. I'm here to make time lapse, but I got out and I cannot just miss this opportunity, and we made really dope slow motion video together, which is pretty cool. Pretty much same thing happened yesterday. Actually, a couple of weeks ago, I made a video of a girl in a nightclub making light whipping. It was pretty cool, but it was just iPhone. It's not the best possible video I could do. So it got me thinking to do maybe some shots with light whipping, but outside with a background of some street art or something interesting. So I got yesterday on location scouting just by myself to just make graffiti pictures and just some night city pictures. And guess what? All of a sudden I bumped into a hula hoop dancer, and I'm like, okay, that's perfect. I can do my light test and see how if I bring someone else here, like hula hoop dancer or light whipping dancer, like I already gonna get idea how I can light the scene and make the video. Plus, she actually had a couple of cool creative ideas. These are great ideas. I would probably don't think about them myself. I would probably could be just sitting at home and thinking, oh, I wish one day I can make this video with cool graffiti and light whipping and dancing. But instead I went there, I already have some basis, I already know what I'm gonna do with light, and now it's just about to just coordinating who can go and what time to do it, and coordinate with some people who can do dance and just make a video. So this is very, very beneficial moment. Yes, you have to get out of your home, you have to do a lot of work. Even though it's interesting work, you always have to jump over that inconvenience. But you have to know, I have to know what is the purpose, what am I doing, and what to focus on. That is the difference between motivation and discipline. When you're motivated, you feel good and like, yeah, I'm gonna do it now. But someday you don't feel good. Someday you're upset, you don't have a great mood. Maybe it's rainy. Today is rainy. And you don't feel like doing something. When you do have discipline, you know where you're going, what do you want, where you want your skill. It helps me a lot to just understand what is the right thing to do. Maybe I'm a little bit sleepy, maybe I would rather stay home and sleep, but no, like I'm gonna go there, it's dark, I'm gonna make some amazing pictures, and I know it's going to pay off. And understanding that helped me tremendously. Look, it's hard to be yourself. It's hard to understand what is really you and what you really like. And I had so many hobbies, and all of that was kind of distraction from what I really like. If I think about this and go back to maybe like second grade, that's where for the first time I started to work with photography. I had a little class in my school where they would teach you film photography and how to make pictures and then how to make them in a lab. And many years later, I had a little digital camera. It was not something cool, it's just very, very old, one of those first point and shoot cameras, which I made pictures with. And I never thought seriously about this. I just walked around like make pictures. I didn't think, oh, I should make it a little bit more serious, read something about this, learn something, make better pictures, get better camera. It took me many, many years to even get the idea that I actually love it and it's something I'm good at and brings a lot of satisfaction. So all these pieces eventually went and kind of assembled together to what I do now. I'm much more focused on few things that I do good, and it brings a lot of satisfaction. I still have to jump through this hoop of like motivation versus discipline. I still have to always remember that, you know, there are right things to do. You go out, you make a little travel, you make pictures, you have some little adventure, but it's eventually pays off and you feel so much better, even if you don't feel like in the morning when you wake up and you feel lazy. What helps me a lot to understand what is the right thing. Do I go on an adventure today? What's gonna happen? I don't know what's gonna happen. Like yesterday, I just knew I have to go and scout location. What happened? Well, it was great. I made amazing pictures. I had this idea of light painting for a long time. Eventually, I thought, well, it's a great opportunity. I'm gonna do light painting. And then I bumped into hula hoop dancer. And I'm like, perfect. Like, I'm gonna do video test right now. And maybe next time we can do much better setup, much better video, and it will look way better. Or maybe even more pictures. Who knows? All these random things happens. I just always tell myself that, look, this is the right thing to do, no matter how you feel. This is what you like to do, this is what you're supposed to do, instead of distracting myself of little things that keep me in home. Recently I started to catch myself a lot on that question. Do I do it because I genuinely like and enjoy it and it has very good outcome that will help me feel satisfied, or it's just some kind of distraction that I don't focus on my purpose and instead of distract myself with something that would help me to stay in comfort zones, stay in warm and home, and not do something that is way more important to do for myself. Here we go. It's kind of philosophical rant with a little bit random ideas. This is pretty much what I wanted to do for those videos, just express my ideas in personal life and also in business. I have a lot of ideas about leadership and team management, stuff like that. So that's what I'm planning to post. That's what I'm planning to make videos about. And one day, I'm pretty sure that will be appreciated, or at least it will bring satisfaction to myself that I do it, improve my skill, and it pushes me forward to do more things, more interesting things, and just have more fun and adventurous life. Have fun. Bye. Distraction. And it actually happened.